for all of the founders and founders or just executives at companies that are building open source, what do you think that group of people, like, what would your advice be to those people who have never really done any DevRel themselves?
Yeah, I mean, it's always fun to start, to be quite honest. Like pick your way of like how you want to talk about the product. Like a lot of folks will, like, if you're like an exec, so like let's say you're already established company and you're like, oh, let's do open source now. A lot of folks, you might have some sort of like contracted support, maybe you're like too far away from the community to be able to get started. Like the best thing you do is get closer to the community, so that way you can start like generating some of this content through like high value, or not even high value, like highly interested parties who like want to use your thing. So the goal is like find out people who are really excited about what you're doing. And if you have no idea who that is, like figure it out quickly through like testing, user testing, jump into communities, Reddits, whatever. But like as a founder, I would say same thing, like the community. Like get yourself closer to a community that is interested in what you're doing, and then test the waters. Like I personally at Netlify, I was a customer a year prior to joining. So I was like customer number 8,000 something, and use the product, use it for my podcast, my blog. And then by the time they reached out to me to come and work for them when they raised their seed, they were like, oh yeah, we've been reading your blog and everything you've been deploying on Netlify, because we could see the public URLs and everything, and like subscribe to the RSS. We like what you're doing and talking about. Like, do you want to come and do this here at Netlify? I was like, oh, okay, cool. So then at Netlify, I built almost like 900 sites because I was just constantly building new things and testing out new React frameworks and all this other stuff, and deploying and like basically pushing the product to the edge because I was just a power user. And that's the other challenge of like early engineers is like for dev tools, it's hard to get the engineers to even use your product. And if you can't get your own engineers to use a product, then like I'd question if you have the right engineers that early at the stage. But then I also would question like if you even know if you're even close to product market fit, because I would very quickly hire engineers that are interested in your product to work on your product, because you get a better mindset. And then as far as hiring early DevRel, like that becomes your early DevRel. Like engineers who are already shipping code, excited about the product, they don't mind writing a blog post or speaking on stage